And welcome to the stream. February 10th, Tuesday, Hawaiian Tuesday. My favorite day of the week because we're always rocking a Hawaiian shirt on Tuesday. But just welcome in, guys. Good morning. It's a fairly quiet Tuesday in terms of what's going on in the world of sports. We're going to have some college basketball and only 4 NBA games as we are nearing the All-Star break. No NHL, but we'll take also just a look ahead to some soccer coming up this upcoming weekend and some UFC. But we're going to start off with a little bit of DFS. Put together a slip or two. We had a dabble and PrizePicks slip cash for us yesterday on the evening stream. So hopefully you were able to tail both of those. And that's what I have teed up for us right now over here on PrizePicks. Irish, what's up? Good morning to you. So let's see what we got cooking right now. Using FanDuel as the sharp, we have an under on Reed Shepherd, rebounds and assists under 5.5, almost a 5% edge. FanDuel's sitting at about minus 152. You can just kind of see guys using OddsJam or the positive EV tool. Like every book is really bullish on this under. So this is definitely one that we want to add to our slip. So we're looking at Reed Shepherd under on his rebounds and assists under 5.5. Perfect. Nothing else pops up at the moment. Using FanDuel. And for Pinnacle, using the power default method, we only have one result right now, which is this Kovacevic play. It's a slim to no edge over on her 13 games won. And there's only $300 being taken by Pinnacle right now, so it's not ideal. If I open up the sharp money tool, Şengün under on his assist, this is minus 132 on FanDuel. A lot of the books have this as a heavier favorite. So I'm all right grabbing this. Now, again, if it's Reed and Şengün, there could be, we might get hit with a bit of a nerf. Have to see how this goes. Let me find his assists. And we'll throw this in here. The under 6.5. Okay, let's see if they'll accept that. And then I can look at Landry Shamet. I don't like the odds, though, from the rest of the books that we're showing here on this play. Mark Williams on his points. Yeah, this one's all right. A lot of the books have this in about the high 130s or 140s. We're looking at the over 11.5. So let me get rid of this Şengün play because I kind of want to make sure they don't give us a nerf on this. So we'll go with Mark Williams over on his points. And then I'm going to grab a play here from the Juice Bet Discord to round out this 3-pick slip. So we're taking Shepherd under, Mark Williams over. And then we're going to grab this play right here that's going to happen this morning. And so this is going to be a 3-pick slip, guys. Let me throw this. Oh, as soon as I went to submit it, we're getting the old I just received the Google Chrome accessibility issue, so I got to re-input this again. So just bear with me for one moment. Drives me up a wall. Shout out Google Chrome. All right, over on Williams, that's what we want. Okay, perfect. And then let me go back over here. This is a League of Legends play for our final play, and there it is. All right. 3-pick slip, guys. No insurance. Bingo. All right. Link is incoming. Well, Bo, what's going on? MP, good morning. There we go. There we go. All right, so there's a 3-pick slip on PrizePicks. Go. All right, let's take a look at Underdog. We'll kind of do a couple of books at once right now just because I don't know how popping it's going to be this morning. So we'll grab Underdog, and I'll also grab Better, and we'll look at those 2 books. At the moment, DVing at Pinnacle, we only have one play between the 2 books that's worth playing. But I will grab this over at Underdog for Squire. This is, while the liquidity is low here, guys, on Pinnacle, I still lean on them as my sharp sports book, but that is extremely low liquidity for a tennis play. The under 12.5 games. All right. And then if we devig to FanDuel, and I do have underdog and better selected. Okay, here's what we got. Booker on his first quarter player points. That's only available on FanDuel's the only one that Pinnacle does not offer the first quarter player points market. So we're looking at Booker under 6.5. Nice to see him back from injury. All right, there's 2. Let's go over the sharp money tool to see if we can find anything for underdog or for better. Keldon Johnson under on rebounds. 130 on FanDuel. Okay. Obviously, we can get this at either a -116 or -122. Looks like someone's posted. They want this at roughly -130. For Kawhi on his PRA, not a great price to FanDuel. I was hoping to see something nice there. We just took Reed Shepherd's under on his rebounds and assists. We can get the under 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I actually really like this Reed Shepherd. I know Irish is going to be excited because he loves betting the under on any kind of Reed Shepherd plays. So we'll take the under PRA here. There we go. All right, so again, this is going to be a 3-pick slip incoming, courtesy of the Sharp Money tool and the Positive EV tool. There we go. But it is a lighter board across the slate of the NBA today. There's only 4 games going on. How about Kansas pulling off the upset at home against Arizona? Hopefully you guys were on BetDSI or using BetDSI because it is really, really solid. We got some Austin Reeves plays with a Kawhi play. Let's see what the discount is today over at Better. No discounts yet. They have Jalen Brunson and Devin Booker in terms of, are they going to go nuclear, which, that's just a 2-pick slip, which is nice to see. But there's no, and again, these plays on Reeves, guys, this barely has any value. So I'm not looking to jump on these with Better. So I'm just going to chill right now and kind of pass up on this one because they haven't dropped their discounted slips yet. Obviously, it's a little early in the morning. And then let's look at parlay play, and we're also going to look at dabble. What do we have? One result on FanDuel. Cash the dabble slip yesterday. Good to finally cash one on dabble. It's been a minute, but it was good. Also on Dub Club, we had a small winning day yesterday, winning 4 out of our 3 picks, just under a unit that we won yesterday. No doubt about that. So LeBron over on rebounds. I like that play. We can get behind that. So that's for FanDuel over 5.5 rebounds. Okay. Let's take a look at if Pinnacle has anything at all. 2 results. These are parlay plays. So these are Brunson and Walker. Okay. So let's look at the Sharp Money tool to see if we have anything for dabble and for parlay play. No results for dabble. No results for parlay play. So neither book is showing anything at the moment. So not enough options. We have anything for Circa or Bookmaker? So just tough right now, guys, out in the streets. Your other option that you could use on OddsJam, so we always have options on OddsJam, is you can come over here to the low holds tool, look at Pinnacle, and as you can see, guys, we have some PrizePicks options right here, right? These are not the lowest of low holds, but you could do that, right? So you can come over here to Sportsbooks, and we can just say dabble, and then we can say parlay play. And so for dabble, again, the lower the percentage here on the low holds tool, obviously is a better play. But if you needed some plays, you could find this right here. Now, something that I do like about this total games is that Pinnacle's at -133. And so this is -122. If you wanted to get real technical with it, go to a no-vig fair odds calculator. Pinnacle's at a 133, 114. So anything that's plus minus 122 is EV, so anything above plus 122 is EV. Anything below minus 122. This is at a minus 122, so we are talking the slimmest edge, but I'm okay with it. It's okay for me, especially when Pinnacle's taking such a large amount of money on this play. And then the same thing could be said for Bergs. This is not going to have an edge. It's going to be a slightly negative edge, but it is tennis, but this is a smaller amount of money that they're taking. So these are some different options for you if you wanted it in terms of utilizing the low holds tool. At the moment, I'm just going to chill. Actually, I'll take a look at the Larry model to see if they have anything for dabble for us. All right, they do. They do. It's okay. It's not great. So we're going to put together one slip on dabble because there is... The only thing with the slips on dabble right now for the Larry model is none of these matches start until Friday. So now that I'm seeing when the matches actually start, I'm just going to chill. And I'll just wait until later today at 6 o'clock Eastern when I'm streaming again, and we'll find some plays. But these are other options for you if you want to get a slip in. You got to get one in right now. Or, you don't see anything on the tools, but you have like a bonus or a promo. The low holds tool is kind of like your last straw option that you can go ahead and use outside of just using your gut, which we never really want to use our gut. Okay, so let's take a look at the sharp money tool and let's just tee up everything and see what we have going on. All right, so we're going to look at all markets. Except for the alt markets, we're going to look at the date range for today. And that's pretty much it. Let's just see what we have. I've been really enjoying going after underdog odds on this tool. Shout out to the Trailblazers. They cashed yesterday. Obviously, it helped that Embiid didn't play, but shout out to the Trailblazers. So, when we're looking at this tool, looking at Navarro on the money line on boomers. Well, guess what? I don't have boomers, right? So I know that this person really wants this at a plus 155. Everybody wants this between a plus 153 to plus 158, okay? Because they're offering minus 153 to minus 158. That means they want the other side. So I'm hoping to find 10 cents. If I can get this at a plus 143 to plus 148, I'll be happy. Now the score has this at plus 145. I can get this at plus 146 on 4CX, which that fits the criteria. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over. This match starts in like 2 hours. I'm going to go over to one of my favorite exchanges here in Arizona, 4CX, and just grab this on Navarro, and I'll throw $50 on it. And where are we at? I got to do a little Control F. Forgot I was on ATP and this is WTA. All right, so Navarro money line over here, guys. Big fan of 4CX. You can see there's $414 here. I'm just going to go in for a 50 spot at plus 146 odds, but we get that. And I'm very excited about this play, right? 146 is within this range. It's 10 cents off of where this person put up 1,600 wants it. And so just throw this in here at 146 for $50. If I was feeling frisky, I could create this play on 4CX for a price that was closer to this, but I'm okay with taking it right there. Player points for this person for the Clippers. I'm not in the Yannick. We're looking at under 6.5. Somebody wants this at minus 137. We can get this at minus 118 on Onyx and DraftKings. Now, this is one of those scenarios, guys. Number one, it's very early to bet player props. But number two, I'll bet this at Onyx, okay? I'm not limited on Onyx yet, right? So I'll go over to Onyx, and I'm just going to wait for a second, okay? For whoever wants this play, go bet it now, because if I bet this on Onyx, I am going to move the odds. There's an auto mover on my account for some player prop bets. And looking at the under 6.5 is now at minus 122. I'm still totally fine with it. Now, this is off, right? This person wants it at minus 137, but it's moving. It's moving in a direction. Can I get this anywhere else, really? At a better price? Not really. So obviously minus 127 would be good. This is one of those rare times I'm still okay. Obviously they went at minus 137. We're getting this at minus 122. So this is an incredible discount. Incredible. So for this play, I'm going to throw in 75 bucks and grab this, double check that we want the under. We want the under. Bingo. If you want to go to DraftKings, you can. And move to minus 130. I'm still okay with that because remember, the sharp bettor wants it at like minus 137, right? So we get this right here on the under 6.5 points at minus 130, which I'm excited about. So bingo. This person wants it at minus 137 for 2,500 bucks. We just got this over at Onyx at minus 130. And even if it moved, I'm still okay with it. And that's what I love about the Sharp Money tool is I'm taking a range of plays. All right. What else do we got? We got Navarro, Rockets spread, low vig. Yo! Someone's posted 17,000 and 23,000. Now, they want the Clippers at plus 7.5 at minus 103. Which, you know, is a little bit of an unrealistic price. I'm not going to lie here. Getting it at these prices here, guys, to have $40,000 and they want this at minus 103, minus 104. Pinnacle's at minus 104, okay? It's not completely crazy. But we're looking at the Rockets. Sorry, they want the Rockets at minus 103, minus 104. So, I can get down with this. Again, within 10 cents, I'm fine with. I'm probably going to go over to 4C, or I can go over to Bet Online or 4CX to bet this. Bet Parks at minus 105. Again, guys, normally when you're betting NBA spreads this early in the morning, good things are going to work out for you. So I'm probably going to head over to Bet Online. Rockets, they have it at minus 7. Let's go to 4CX then. Rockets minus 7.5. Okay, now there's $2,000 here. That's fine. I'm going to take $100 on this play. So I'm in for $100 with the Rockets minus 7.5 at minus 107. Again, shout out 4CX. Again, I'm fine taking a range when it comes to this. And this is one of those things, guys, where you could see this spread possibly move in our favor. Taking the Rockets at minus 7.5. A man says, can you look at dropping odds from the Sharp Money tool? I'm not familiar. Is that a sports book or is it if you're willing to enlighten me, because I'm not familiar with if that's a sports book. I've never heard of it before. And then obviously, it just depends. If OddsJam has access to it, I might have it then. Just let me know. But if OddsJam has it, I might have it excluded right now in my profile settings. BYU and Baylor. Someone wants this at minus 113. They want this under 160. Again, we can get this out of a lot of other sports books, guys. I'm going to go over to Bet 105 and hit this up. Talked about Bet 105. One of my favorites. I use them every day. They typically copy Pinnacle's odds. Great Dom says, how confirmed are you in those first half NBA spreads? Feels like those lost a good amount. I'm very confident, Great Dom. I've been betting those for 4 years. For 4 years, I've been betting those. So that's something. Now, what I will say, Great Dom, is that yesterday, that was a play that was given out during that time before Jalen Johnson got ruled out, right? So Jalen Johnson at the time was questionable. I felt that he was going to play, so that's why I gave those plays. But for that specific play, obviously the Hawks got blown out in the first half. So if I understand you're questioning the process, I've been betting those for 4 years. I've had great results. Yesterday, the reason that lost is because I gave that play out before Jalen Johnson was ruled out. And he's obviously their most impactful player on their team. So I felt that he was going to play, and he didn't. So that's why that happened. But appreciate the question. So I'm just logging into Bet 105 right now, guys. Looking to take this under on BYU and Baylor. And this is widely available at a lot of sports books. So FanDuel, Bet Rivers. I like it whenever Bet Rivers and FanDuel have a similar number. Love that. So BYU and Baylor, there we go. And we're looking at the under 160.5, minus 103. And I'm going to throw $100 on this one because this is a mainline market and love seeing that. Okay, so I'm in on the under. Shout out Bet 105. Again, guys, if you create an account over there for the first time, use code BillyC. Deposit $100, you'll receive a $50 bonus bet. The best part about Bet 105, it's a 1x rollover. So your $100 plus your $50 bonus bet is $150. You have to wager through $150 one time, and you can withdraw the funds. So really, shout out to Bet 105 there. I would say, guys, in my opinion, one of the most fair, best offshore books that you can use. Really solid. Chi-Town, what's going on? Oh, Amen says, I'm referring to whether you are able to look at the price movement graph. Oh, yeah, you can. So that's a great question. So you have some options here, right? You have the screen, if you wanted to pull up the sportsbook screen. This just opens up the OddsJam sportsbook screen. Here is the event, right? We talk about this all the time when you're pulling up the event. This is those. And also, Great Dom, just so you know, man, like any plays that I give out on Dub Club, or just for anyone that's in general for Dub Club, those plays I'm very confident in. And it's been a little bit better in February. Unlike January, it was a bloodbath. But these are my favorite plays that I give out. So like some of the plays that I give out in the stream, I'm okay with, but I'm not happy with. They're like okay. On Dub Club, these are like my favorite plays, my most confident plays. So anything that anyone signs up for on Dub Club, you're not just getting plays that I'm kind of like lukewarm on. You're getting plays that I'm very confident on. It's the best of the best in my opinion. That's why sometimes, like yesterday's card, there's a lot of games, but I didn't give out a ton of plays because I just wasn't like super confident on all of them. So, for anyone that wants to understand my process, I try to become as transparent as possible. Those are my favorite plays. So here's where your line movement or your line history is. And this is when you're just going to click into this and you'll look into this. Now, it's very early in the morning with what's going on. And again, we're not really, for this strategy using the Sharp Money tool, I'm not relying on line movement so much because we're relying on the person that's posting thousands of dollars on ProfitX and NoVig, that they are a sharp sports bettor. They have a model. We're not really relying on movement, but as you can see, Pinnacle was 3 hours ago plus 119. They're down to minus 107. And so got this at minus 103. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong game. This play on the Rockets game, we're looking at the over 210.5. So let me refresh this page. All right, over 210.5. You can get this at a Canby Sportsbook at minus 105. I'm going to probably go over to Bet Rivers and bet this. If you don't have Bet Rivers, it's not the end of the world. Somebody wants this at minus 103 and, minus 104 on the over. So I'm going to go grab this right now. This has worked out for me more times than not when it comes to using this kind of approach. And again, main markets, guys, is what I'm really most interested in betting. Shout out to the Sharp Money tool. We're looking at the over 210.5. Again, on the Canby books, guys, at least what I'm looking at over here on Bet Rivers, the over 209.5 is at minus 114. And where's the over 210? The over 210 is at minus 109. So if you wanted some insurance and just bet the over 210, you can do that. I'm okay, though, grabbing the over 210.5. I'm going to throw 105 on this to make $100. Bingo. And even on a limited Bet Rivers account, they'll still let me bet $100 on mainline NBA, which is awesome. Okay, so we're in over here. I got this at minus 105 for 105. The over on the Rockets and the Clippers at 210. Okay, and let's see about this Grigor play. Man, Sharp Money Tool is providing some options today. ATP, 4CX. Again, even if you live in a state that has ProfitX and no VIG, I would definitely go after and still sign up for 4CX because you don't want to miss out on opportunities. More books, more plays. Somebody wants to set plus 100 odds for $2,000. Pinnacle's taking $3K. I'm more than happy though to still grab this over there. And we've been getting down some action right now over at 4CX. So let me open that book back up and grab this. All right, plus 100 odds, smaller amount of money again, and I'm going to go after this for. I'm just going to take $50 on this one right now. So there we go. We grab him over at 4CX. So it's been a busy morning thus far. We haven't even got over to the positive EV tool, and I'm very encouraged with what I'm seeing so far from the sharp money tool. Spurs and the Lakers on the under. Again, Boomers at minus 110. This is sick because Pinnacle's at minus 121. Again, if you want to come over to the event page, guys, this is where you could see like where do the other sharp books have this total at. And what you're going to notice is that Circa, BetOnline, and Bookmaker have this under at 228. We can get this at 229.5, and I'm willing to go over to Bet Rivers to bet this one again. You're going to notice a lot of times, guys, with the NBA main markets that Bet Rivers, Bally Bet, the Canby sports books in the morning, they provide a lot of value. So again, looking at this under on the Lakers and the Spurs, the under 229.5. Where's it at? 115. Again, I'm going to throw $100 on this one. Love that. Mainline NBA markets. Love that. All right. So, shout out to Bet Rivers at minus 115 for $100. Could have put 115 to make 100, but it's fine. So we got some nice value early on. Solid plays. For Fanatics, again, got some tennis matches happening today. Minus 155. I mean, it's off to Pinnacle just by a little bit. Somebody wants this for $1,100. Liquidity is low here, guys, but again, I'm opening my mind up a little bit more to being expanding on these types of plays. I'm okay with it. Let's take a look right now over at the arbitrage tool. For my people that just want to day trade the sports books, we hit a nice arb up yesterday on the stream. It was between Props Builder and DraftKings, I believe. It was solid. It was on the over-under on Kyle Kuzma's rebounds. He ended up with 5, so the Props Builder play 1. Didn't really matter. I don't really care which side wins or loses. And now again, excuse me, for these plays, doesn't really matter. You don't really maybe want to be attacking the sports books on player props when this game doesn't start until 8 p.m. Eastern, and it's currently 9:30 a.m. Eastern, right? So, like to focus on either team totals, just no player props at the moment. Now, if you are limited on your sports books, then by all means, just go bet your player props, go arb them, make as much money as you can. But this is an ideal setup right here. This is absolutely ideal. If this is still out there, go bet this. Bet 105 is very fair with their limits. There's $500 here on this over. There's $5,000 of it. Look at Bet 105 moving. As I'm talking through this whole thing, this was an unreal arb because this is an offshore book that will take a lot of money on college basketball spreads, decent limits. And then you got this play on ProfitX where they got $5,000. So that was a great arb right there. It's not as good anymore, but still. Looking at mainline markets here, right? First half over under, the score, Bovada, okay, Lakers, DraftKings, Fanatics, hit this up. First set total games. I'm all right betting this over on Bet365, betting the under on FanDuel because FanDuel, even if they limit you, they'll still give you decent limits. So bet the heavy favorite over here on Bet365. You can make some solid money, right? If you put up $300, maybe FanDuel will let you put up 93. You can make $7 risk-free, no questions asked. Also, not a bad wager here, guys. If you're trying to funnel some money over to Bet365, betting some heavy favorites normally is going to work out well for you. Again, FanDuel and the score. If this is out there, bet the score. This is an exchange here in Arizona. This is really only for my Arizona peeps. But again, if this was no vigor profit X, this is an NBA point spread. This is a lower ARB, but this is an ARB that you can bet thousands of dollars on because it's a point spread. Right? We're not talking about player props here. You could probably easily drop $1,000 over here at FanDuel, hit $800 up on the score, and make $25 today. Call it a day. Right? I know it's a lower ARB, but these are the ARBs here that you can load up on and bet a lot of money on. TCU, same thing, FanDuel. This is a lower ARB, $2,000 on Profit X. You could put a lot of money on FanDuel, a lot of money on Profit X, and ARB this out, no problem at all. Maybe Irish. Yeah, we did forget to look at Irish. We definitely got to take a look at that. DraftKings pick 6. So, really, really solid, guys. This would be my recipe for attacking the books for arbitrage right now, right? This is how I would go after them, especially if you have the exchanges. This is the recipe right here for success when you're using an exchange. They don't care how much money you wager. And then a rec book, I really, really like that. Yeah, so let's take a quick peek at DraftKings pick 6. To Pinnacle, we got 2 results. To FanDuel, we have no results. So, Şengün, Jalen Green, okay. Might be able to hit this up with the stat slice, for sure. Let me log into DraftKings. Over on points, under on points. All right. Let's see what we got. Got some different stat slices here. Now, there is a Şengün stat slice, guys. Don't take that because we're going to add him here. I'm going to go with the over on Brunson because I just like Brunson. He's got the ball in his hands a lot, and he's going to be scoring quite a bit. We'll take Şengün, his main line, over 18.5 points. And then Jalen Green. Under 11.5 points. $10 max wager here, guys. I'm using the Brunson stat slice. Irish, appreciate you shouting this one out. Here is the link. Yeah, USA Canada for the boost. OddsJam does have the Olympic sports. I believe they have the Olympic sports offered. But I want to find it first. Here we got Olympics. What do we have? I guess that's the. Do I have any odds at all? We do. We do. USA Canada today, women's big match. So on the money line. This is a good price on DraftKings. On USA money line. Make sure this is for the women's. Yeah. DraftKings minus 175. What's Pinnacle at? They're at minus 170. It's good. It's not great. If you got a boost, take it. Puck line, no sharp books are really offering the totals or the puck line, which kind of sucks. But if there is a boost on DraftKings, and I'm on there right now, so let me go over to the sports books. Any kind of Olympic boost? Oh yeah, 20% boost. Definitely throw this on the money line, guys. Take your boost and throw this on the women's hockey team for USA. Money line today. That's what I'm going to do. Man, they're giving me $100. Nice. All right, so I'm going to be on USA then a little bit more. Knocks it down to minus 145, and I'm going to bet the max here because I can get this for $100 on my max wager. And we're on USA at minus 145 odds, which is really, really solid. Now, again, I could. And we're just going to click into DraftKings here, use odds boost. But they're offering the best price. And then when you throw the boost on top, makes it very EV. Okay? So Pinnacle, the fair value is really minus 170. Right? So we need to know what the win percentage is for Pinnacle at minus 170 odds. So minus 170 is 62.96. So on a Kelly calculator at 62.96, I can get minus 145 at quarter Kelly. They tell me, yo, that's a 6% edge. You should bet 2.25 units on this play. So again, guys, whatever you're getting your boost for on DraftKings, bet the max because it's a very solid boost because of we're receiving an awesome price on over on DraftKings. I'm just curious to know what BetOnline's limits are. We know that Pinnacle's at 4K. I just want to see what they're taking on this match. Winter Olympics. Haven't really bet any Winter Olympics yet or so far. Here we go. For the women, BetOnline is taking $4,900. So Pinnacle's taking 4K, bookmakers or BetOnline's taking almost $5,000. So a lot of confidence between these two books. The average odds between Pinnacle and BetOnline, half that would say would land somewhere between like maybe a minus 215. So this is a very good play, taking USA on the money line. And yeah, the thing with FanDuel is I'm not sure why OddsJam isn't pulling in those odds. Again, guys, if you're using OddsJam, we do have Olympic sports out here ready to go. Let me find out where the Olympics are. There we go. It's here at the top. And for the Winter Games, yeah, they have USA at minus 194. So they're not pulling those in, which kind of stinks. And yeah, we do get a 25% boost, which is nice. And it's a boost right now for anything that's happening. So let me go back to this again. If you want to bet this over at FanDuel, we can. But again, let me double check like just what we're getting on FanDuel in general. When I come back to this, go to the Olympics. So the boost makes this minus 155, which is pretty solid. And honestly, where's the calculator at? Did I get rid of the calculator already? Damn. I think I can only bet this for what? $10? Yeah, I can only bet this for $10, guys. So I'm just going to go over to FanDuel and bet this again. $10 USA at minus 155. So we're on the women for $110. So let's go USA women. Feeling patriotic today. So thanks for the shout out there, Irish. Appreciate it. I'll just open this one up here, guys. And all you could do is you could just come over here, type in FanDuel, minus 155, $10, odds boost. Track the bet. Bingo. There we go. But speaking of the EV tool, I'm curious. Let's take a look at some Olympics, right? Because that is something that's going on right now that we can definitely bet. Pinnacle Power is fine for me. Let's go all. And then all right, so we have Olympics. Obviously, we want hockey. We know there's no soccer. I don't know. We'll do athletics. Well, let's look at curling. Okay, I'll do curling mixed. I don't know what's in and what's not in right now. Obviously, surfing's not in. Swimming's not in. I don't know if table tennis is in or not. We know that tennis isn't in because it's the Winter Olympics. No water polo. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything? Let's select all the sports books. 5 results. Okay. So something that we've already noticed right now, and pretty much, guys, we're going to be betting the men's and the women's hockey. So, pay attention to men's hockey. That's going to be starting up a little bit later, but we have women's hockey going on now. The under here, Germany and Italy. Now, Pinnacle's at 156. The under first period total goals between Germany and Italy this morning. This game starts in about an hour. There's only $750 here, guys. But again, there's been line movement from Pinnacle moving in a direction. So this is over on Caesars. I'm cool with that. If we're looking at Germany and Italy over at Bet Rivers, Pinnacle's taking 4K. I'm going to definitely get a little under on Germany and Italy. Winter Olympics or Olympic hockey. For the women, got the under 5. Wait a minute. Oh, this is in regulation time, guys. Pay attention to this. This under 148 is in regulation time. So I click into this because normally I'm not, because obviously they don't have a shootout, I'm guessing. Now they do have overtime. But that's the only thing, is this market is a little different. We need this game to end under 5 goals in regular time. Okay. So, a little wonky there. I mean, it's still really good to Pinnacle. So, I'll still take it. And I'm going to go for, looks like they're giving me a boost here. 20% profit boost, only for a $10 max wager, but I'll take the profit boost. Because that's decent. So, I'm getting this at minus 124 and an odds boost. Not the ideal way that I like to use the odds boost, guys, like I mentioned, but I'm fine with that. But this under here on Caesars, I'm cool with betting this as well because this game's going to start soon. Under first period total goals with Germany and Italy. And I definitely know that Caesars is going to offer us some kind of Olympic boosts. So make sure, guys, you grab it. And looking at Olympic hockey, trying to find this play right now on my phone at the moment, but this is definitely something I want, and it's coming up so quick. All right, we'll have to take a look at that. So I like those plays. We don't really have an odds range set up for this filter, guys. It's just Pinnacle, Power. If we wanted to devig to Bet Online, because we're seeing Bet Online show some options, here it is. Now, like we talked about before, BetOnline thinks the USA Women's is very EV. It's definitely an EV play, even if you just wanted to bet it at minus 175. Edge Zone, what's going on? Looking at some Olympic events to bet on right now. Using BetOnline as a sharp. We're on the USA Women's Hockey team today over at DraftKings. Really good price, guys. Again, minus 245 over here at BetOnline. They're taking $5,000 on this event right now, which is almost $1,000 more than Pinnacle. So this is an ARB, guys. Honestly, if you just wanted to ARB this between BetOnline and DraftKings, this is a solid ARB. Coming from my guys from Edge Zone, which they started just like myself with the arbitrage game, 205, 175. I mean, this is a 3.5% ARB. You could bet a lot of money on this play right now. I mean, a lot of money. Let me get down on this. Hold up. When's this game happening? This game's at noon today. I'm just going to dump the rest of my DraftKings account money into this play. Like, literally, that's what I'm going to do right now. I got about I don't have a ton of money left over. So, whoa. Didn't mean to do that. All right, so I'm in for, what, 245? Okay. So I'm just going to bet the rest of my money here, guys, on USA. Because this is so good. Where are we at here? Winter Olympics, women's. We're going to bet this again. Minus 175, 245. And I'm just going to bet 125 over here. And I'm just going to make my risk-free money. All right? So, here we go. Did not realize it was this crazy good. I should have realized that at the beginning. USA Women's, 245. They'll definitely take that. And I know that BetOnline will take this as well. Okay, so over here on BetOnline, I just placed the bet. Got a nice ARB today. It's about 13 bucks or so. Here we go. Canada to win. So here we go. I have 245 and 125 in for both. Where the hell's my calculator at? There it is. All right, so I'm in for 245 plus 125. 370, okay? So I'm either getting paid out 385 if USA Women wins, which means I'm making $15. Or over here, this is what, 256.25 plus 125 is 381.25. I'm in for 370. I'm making $11.25 if Canada wins, or I'm making $15 if DraftKings hits. So there we go. Nice little ARB right here. I'll come over to the ARB tool because I didn't take a look at this, or I can just put this in separately. Doesn't matter. But we hit this up, and that's a great looking ARB. Little free money there, guys. One team's going to win, one team's going to lose. No doubt, no doubt. 941. And guys, like, I cannot state this enough. This is a money line marker for the Olympics that the sharp books are taking $5,000 on. You can unload your DraftKings account. It's minus 175. They'll let you bet a lot. Bet online. They're never going to limit you on mainline markets. Bet online is goated. Goated for this. Okay? And they're also going to tell you, Bet online is the max risk amount. You're going to find out immediately what the max is. Jesus, I can't talk. So check that out, right? Germany, minus 180. Not an ARB, right? But maybe we want to get into this. Now, Pinnacle's at minus 183. We said that Pinnacle's taking $4K and BetOnline's taking roughly $5K, $4,900 to be exact. So I like the Germany play. Don't love it. I got to find this on my phone because I wanted to bet the under first period total goals in this game. And I'm on Olympic hockey on Caesars, but I might be in the wrong spot. Just view all Olympics right now. That's what I want to look for. I don't know why they're not showing me women's hockey. But DK moved to minus 200. Oh, they just moved. Yeah, they did. So that ARB's gone. But that was a great play on USA Women's. Again, guys, there is a boost over on DraftKings and FanDuel that you can throw on both of these. Check them out. Obviously, we've talked about this before, but if you don't know, because I know some of you guys are on it, we love Edge Zone, one of my favorite Discords out there. Arbologist, Arbfather were the creators of it. It's really your one-stop shop. And I'm going to speak directly to you, the person out there that's like, why would I use Edge Zone? If you're limited, if you're getting limited on Fanatics and MGM and Bet Rivers and Caesars, this is where you want to go transition to Edge Zone. Because this is what they literally designed their Discord to do, which is once you're limited, you're going to be able to find plays that have an edge. They're betting into the sharp books. They're betting into the Pinnacles, the Bet 105s, the Bet Onlines, the bookmakers, right? Props Builder. This is where you're going to want to use them because this is the next path. This is how you level up, right? Most people, when they get limited on Fanatics and Bet 365, they don't know what to do. They're like, all right, I guess I'm done betting. I don't know what to do. This is where Edge Zone comes in because they're taking you, they're saying, hey, don't worry, we got you. We're going to go bet in the sharp books and make money. And they do. They make a lot of money. There's so much there to unpack, guys, from different contributors to different, to every sports book you want to go off line movement, whatever the case is. It's really, really solid. Salt finally on the win train there, Irish. Nice to see that. I appreciate that, Irish. Search Germany. Only way I found it. So shout out to Caesars for making it incredibly difficult to bet on the women's hockey. So go to the search bar, guys, on Caesars. You can type it in, and then Germany women. That's where you find it. First period. And we're looking at, that's where we can definitely find it. Okay, good to know. Obviously, we could bet this if we wanted to on Germany on the money line today against Italy for the women's hockey. I don't know how I feel about it. Hockey, guys, it seems like this is the only thing that OddsJam really has available, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. The men's are going to be starting up soon, and obviously there's going to be some more matches there. And naturally, guys, these kind of opening round group plays, That's where most of your opportunities are going to live because there's more games going on. So more games gives us more opportunities. So if you guys want to check out Edge Zone, which I highly recommend because they're awesome, they have some various different packages, right? But I will go ahead and share a couple different links here. That's starting with their lowest tier package to the middle tier package to the highest tier package. Okay, so check these links out for any of you guys that want to. I do receive some financial kickback for this. All right, I get a little sweetener from it, so you're also helping me. But honestly, it's just a really solid Discord that I use every single day. It's fantastic. And, you know, it's coming from two guys that are OddsJam users, right? And I know Tumbo Tune's on there as well. So a lot of OddsJam people are over there. And it's just a great Discord. Okay. Guys, that's where I'm really going to pause right now. At the moment, we hit up the sharp money tool. We hit up a lot of plays earlier. Looking at the Spurs and the Rockets. If you want to hit up Spurs spread, this looks tasty. Again, the Canby Sportsbook's always offering a really solid play. Somebody wants it at minus 108, minus 107, minus 104. We're already on the under, but I am totally fine grabbing this. And then it looks like we got a Bet365 money line play. So hold, not so fast, my friend. Let's grab this on the NBA really quick. The Spurs, minus 8.5. It's already moved up. It's a minus 108. I'm going to throw $100 on this. I like that. Let's do this, courtesy of the Sharp Money tool. And then, however you say this dude's name, Laszlo. Somebody wants this at plus 135. This is at 10 a.m. in the morning here, guys. So again, I'm cool betting this over at Bet365. We're getting this at plus 137 odds. This is insane, really solid. Shout out Bet365. They're not dead yet. No problem, guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Back on tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern. Like I said, guys, the morning streams will continue tomorrow and Thursday. But once we hit the NBA All-Star break, there will not be any more morning streams until next Thursday when the NBA comes back. We'll still do our evening streams. It's just there's not as much to bet on. We'll bet on some stuff. Trying to use the search feature over here on Bet365. All right, so Laszlo, again, like this play, like it a lot. I'm going to throw $100 on it. There we go. There we're in. Sharp Money tool. A lot of good money here. And again, if you don't have Bet365 or you're limited to $5, again, I'm willing to take this play within 10 cents. Go to FanDuel plus 132, right? Go to the score at plus 135. Fanatics, Bet Anything is an offshore book. You're going to be able to find some various different books here. Between the score and FanDuel, I think you're going to have a solid option. Fanatics as well. You can bet this, right? If you're limited on the score and Fanatics, then go bet your max on Fanatics. Go bet your max on the score. You're going to be in a decent spot. Laszlo, money line. Let's effing go. All right, guys. Have an awesome morning. I'll talk to you guys later on tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern. Appreciate the support as always. Have a solid day, guys. Talk soon.